The new Pokemon trading card game is absolutely fantastic. I have to admit, when I first heard about this, I was like, digital Pokemon cards? Really? That's what we're talking about? But I was completely wrong. You see, some of the cards are designed that you can actually like go into the artwork. So say for example, it's this green field, right? And there's a Pikachu in that field, or whatever Pokemon you desire in that field. You get to enter into that card and it shows you what a more deep perspective of that environment would have been if you were actually standing there in like real life, for example, and could look left or right. It's just, it's fantastic. And they did it in such a way that it doesn't feel forced. And I realized when I was playing it more that I am so happy that this game exists because I get to see more Pokemon art. Like the best part about the Pokemon cards has always been the artists who create these wonderful scenes. I remember growing up, some of my favorite card designs were the ones where they made them out of clay and took a photo in real life and used that as the Pokemon art. And this game really just supports those artists and makes their work more seen by more people, which if you're into art or just cute looking monsters, hello? Amazing. Now, this is not an ad for Nintendo. If somehow you see this, you know what to do. But seriously, as somebody who grew up with the Pokemon cards but never actually played the game, this by far is the best way to learn how to play Pokemon the card game. Like the fact that you can easily battle your friends in a system that really teaches you how to play the card game is fantastic. Me and my girlfriend have already spent endless amount of hours battling each other back and forth, and it really got me into the app. I'll be so for real with you. The game itself is absolutely free, and I have felt no need to spend money on anything, which is very rare for a free game these days, especially for a game that I've been spending hours on. Music is very calming, the sound effects are great, the visuals are very appealing. If I really had to force myself to pick an issue about the game, I would say that the menu design is a little bit confusing, but once you get it figured out, it's not that bad. And the really fascinating and cool thing about this is that it's revitalizing the entire Pokemon card scene in general. Thousands of people that have been collecting Pokemon cards their entire life just for the aesthetic purposes are now figuring out how the game system works and how the card game plays, and they're realizing it's really fun. If you're someone who's into competitive games, I really do encourage it. And my hope for that is that it's going to have people pulling out their old Pokemon cards and being like, hey, you know what? I don't even need to do this digitally. It's cool that I can battle online anytime I want to with my friends, but I have thousands of Pokemon cards in my closet I could dust off and pull those out. That's what I'm hoping for here. And that's exactly what happened in my situation. I have tons of Pokemon cards that I've collected when I was a kid that now I'm like, oh wait, I can use these for a competitive game? Why haven't I been doing this the entire time? The key difference between playing it digitally and playing it in physical form is the fact that the energy system is a lot more convenient on the digital version. For example, when you're building a deck in real life, you have to account for every single type of Pokemon that you're going to put on your team. And although it's not extremely difficult for a kid to figure out, it does add this added barrier that is just not convenient and that is completely not in the actual like OG Pokemon games. So when they get to the cards, they're like, what is this? But on the digital version, they fix that issue by providing energy cards for you. That way you can just focus on the Pokemon that you actually want on your team and not have to worry about doing math about how many energy cards do I need? Do I need some of these? Do I need some of those? It made the entire thing so much more streamlined. And I really think that this is going to take the Pokemon trading card game to new heights. But what do you guys think of the game? Maybe there's some issues from long-term players that I haven't seen and I want to hear about in the comment sections down below. I know maybe for some people that are super into the trading card game, there might be some issues that I'm not aware of. I'll be honest, I'm not, super knowledgeable on this, but as like a casual person and as a casual Pokemon fan, I think this is really one of the most solid Pokemon entries that we've gotten in a very, very long time.